Hey everybody, it's Miss Dietrich here helping you on Lesson 28, which is on two-step equations from Module 4 of Engage New York. This particular question says, Carter has 24 t-shirts. The number of pairs of shoes Carter has is 8 less than the number of pants he has. If the number of shirts Carter has is double the number of pants he has, how many pairs of shoes does Carter have? Let P represent the number of pants Carter has and S represent the number of pairs of shoes he has. Now the first thing you should focus on in this problem is this idea of double. So think, what does he have more of? Does he have more shoes or does he have more pants? And if we read that more carefully, it says if the number of shirts Carter has is double the number of pants he has, that means whatever pants he has, if we multiply that by 2, we're going to get the shirt value. Let's take a look at what a bar model for that might look like. It would be, P times, we had 2 of these, that would equal 24 because we know he's got 24 shirts. All right, so now let's think about the equation for that. That means that 2 times P equals 24. And if we think about what P would be equal to, the opposite of multiply a variable by 2 is to divide it by 2, and 24 divided by 2 is 12. So here's what we know. We know that this P is equal to 12. All right, so now let's look at a tape diagram that's going to help us with the next part, which is on shoes. Now remember this piece right here, let me trace it in red, this piece right here is going to be equal to this piece, which we just figured out is 12. Now, how can we draw a tape model that looks like that? Well, let's reread. Let me move that out of the way so we're not confused. Let's focus on this 8 less part right here. It says the number of pairs of shoes Carter has is 8 less than the number of pair of pants. So if this represents the number of pants, that means that this has to be a smaller number because this number plus the 8 would give us the pant number. So this is what the tape model would look like. Now if we're going to write that as an equation, it would look like this. Shoes plus 8 has to equal this 12 that we figured out earlier. The opposite of add 8 to a variable is to subtract 8 from a variable, and we have to do that to both sides of the equation to keep it balanced. And if we do the 12 minus 8, we're going to get shoes is going to be 4. So let's visualize the 4 being right here. So shoes is 4, and then we have the pants as being equal to 12. So therefore, to answer the question, because they did want to know if we go back, it says, how many pairs of shoes does he have? How many pairs of pants does he have? So we're able to conclude that he does have 4 pairs of shoes. Now let's just make sure everything makes sense because he's got 24 t-shirts. We knew that. The number of pairs of shoes Carter has is 8 less than the number of pants that he has. So if he's got 12 pants and we subtract 8 from that, we get the 4. So that all checks out. If the number of shirts Carter has is double the number of pants he has, and 24 is double what the 12 is, so that checks. Everything kind of checks, everything makes sense, so we're in good shape with this question.